3 builders, 3 tools. Sounds familiar, right? This server is a clone of 2 builders, 2 tools.
The oldest anarchy server in Minecraft.
So you may be thinking, this is just some rando copy, nothing worth my time. Well, I have comprehensive proof against that. Let's dive into it, shall we? To begin, this server is the second oldest anarchy server in Minecraft. And no, this claim is not just some unbacked one. I have reasonable proof that it is from 2014. Right now, in your browser, go to reddit.com and in the search bar, search r/3b3t. There should be a subreddit that comes up with that same name. Click on it and go on the subreddit feed. Scroll all the way down, and instantly, 2 things will appear. The server was owned and ran by Pyrobyte and James Russells. Now you could say, this isn't the same server as 333.us, it isn't in the same domain. Scroll back up and look at the moderator section. Who is the mod? Pseudo, the current owner of 333.us. There's your proof. Next thing, the age of the current map. My group, the Crusaders, have found real signs from 4 years ago on the server, meaning the current map is at least 4 years old, and possibly older. We are aware of a map reset back around that time, but the history on 3b3t is still a fair amount. And finally, to clear the accusations. This server is stolen from Fantasy 4.
Objection!
Other way around, bud. Earlier this year, somebody acting as Fantasy 4 tricked the server's domain handler, GoDaddy, into giving them the server's old domain, 33t.uk. Me and my basemates did a lot of research on this user, whose username at the time was Amelia with a bunch of A's. We saw at one point they took the username Fantasy 4, but changed it later. Then, when searching that name and scrolling down a bit, you'll find 2bbot, the original and real Fant. From Pseudo himself's words, Fantasy 4, or as most 3B users know him, Fat Fuck Rusher, sold Pseudo the server at some point in 2016 to 2017, giving him the overworld file but not the nether or end, and generally leaving the online world to the naked eye. And then this Amelia person came along claiming to be the same, but failing to realize that the players aren't as dumb as he thought. Me and my group searched up his name, then the old owner's name, and found that the accounts were entirely different and pretty much completely unrelated to each other. So Amelia, nice try, but you stole a domain for nothing. The items on the server are actually cheated in by Pseudo. Nope, actually, Pseudo is fairly hands-off nowadays. But when users join and see stacked armor with a purple name, it's easy to assume someone with ops spawned those in. However, you would be wrong. In an older version, there was an exploit that allowed anvils to color the names of items. Therefore, the gamer kit was made. Then, in the version 1.12, there was a dupe where you'd get loads of wood, drop the item you want stacked, open up your inventory, open up the recipes book, and spam click the crafting table icon. Then, when the item gets picked up, 90% of the time it'll be illegally stacked, no matter the item. Sudo never patched these items, so they got distributed even more with later dupes, such as the book dupe. Sudo doesn't even care about the server. Once again, false. Sudo and I have had many chats, both in DMs and with other moderators of the Discord server. For example, the end dimension used to crash the server when someone joined while in the end dimension. He fixed it. My friends pointed out a problem where new players would spawn at one specific coordinate. He fixed that. They pointed out that the entire server was just truly broken and you couldn't pick up things like shulker boxes or stand on chests, inner chests, and other stuff. Once again, fix that. Pseudo, from what I have heard and seen, does care. He just doesn't interact with the Discord community as much as he once did. He has a job and a life, so of course he'll be inactive. But anyways, with all that cleared up, I'd like to...
Pseudo sponsored this video.
No, this is just a video I made to get the server's name out there again, because ever since Amelia stole the old IP, not as many people join. But if you are interested, the IP is on the screen and in the description, which is where I will put some other 3v3t related links. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in 2 weeks.